yeah, I'm mad as hell.
I like me better when I wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before. I like me better, I like me better, yeah.
What's good? What's poppin', Gonna Bays? Welcome back to another video. I know, long time no speak, girl. That's why I'm really excited to go ahead and get this video up for you guys about where I've been, what's next to come, and things like that. Also, y'all may be like, girl, is this a new filming location? I've been thinking about it. Like, I kind of like this whole setup right here, but I don't know. I just put it right here because this is where my makeup table is, and of course I was doing my makeup and my hair, so I just propped my ring light right here and my camera, and we was good to go. But yes, I'm really excited to go ahead and dive into today's video. I'm going to be updating you guys on where I've been and what's next to come now that I've graduated nursing school and things like that. But before we get started, I do want to go ahead and shout out today's Golden Girl sponsor. She's a frequent flyer here on this channel, so let's go ahead and get into it. Today's video is sponsored by Dossier, and come to find out, you guys, I've been saying Dossier and it's really pronounced Dossier, and let me tell you guys how I found out. I saw, like, you know, an advertisement commercial from the actual company and they said Dossier, and I was like, I've been butchering this poor company's name for how long? How long have we been collaborating and I've never said it right? Ever. Like, ever. So today's video is sponsored by Dossier. Not Dossier, Dossier. If you are unfamiliar with Dossier, they are a brand that takes your high-end luxury brand perfumes such as Chanel, Gucci, Jo Malone, anything, Dolce & Gabbana. They take those high-end scents, they literally bottle it up along with the quality, because y'all, they are not lacking in the quality department either. They take the scent and the quality and they bottle it up into a $29 bottle. And you guys, let me tell you, ever since I came across Dossier, it has been a lifesaver, because I promise you, my cheapest bottle of perfume, as far as like the actual brand, is $80. $80. So if I'm telling you my cheapest is 80, just imagine how much my high price is, okay? So when I tell y'all, Dossier has been coming through, and I love when they send over new scents, especially scents that I've never smelled before, because I do get Dossier in scents that I've already smelled, like my Gucci Bloom. I've smelled the real thing and it smells exactly like it. So of course I'm gonna go with Dossier, because who about to keep spending money on these $80 bottles? No, Chanel. So this week, Dossier was kind enough to send me over Woody Tobacco, which is inspired by Replica's Jazz Club. And I've actually smelled this before in Sephora. However, I do not have like the actual brand in my collection. But let me tell you guys right now, I've had like Chanel Gabrielle, anything that I've actually had the brand to and I smelled Dossier's version, same exact thing. I promise you, you would not be able to tell the difference. But the big difference is in the price. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Again, if you guys are not new to my channel, then you already know what's in here, girl. You already know what's to come. But if you are new, it's okay. I'm gonna give you the grand tour. Okay, so this is what the packaging looks like. As soon as you open it up, it says exactly what I told you guys already. Iconic scents, designer quality, no markups. Like, you guys, you're gonna get the same quality from Chanel, Dior in this package. It's just gonna be for $29. Everything, like literally. You're also going to go ahead and get a scent card. You guys know I always say it's important to learn what type of scent girl you are, because if you were to ask for a perfume for Christmas, or if someone were to ask you what type of scents do you like, you can kind of know, like, hey, I'm a warm floral type of girl, or I'm a musk type of girl. So that's just something to, you know, kind of keep in the back of your mind, so you can kind of know what scents you gravitate towards. So this is Woody Tobacco. Just by the name, you guys should already know it's very woody, it's very warm. Again, I've smelled this in Sephora. It smelled amazing, but girl, I already knew my Dossier wasn't male, so I wasn't even finna get it. Okay, so this is what the bottle looks like. You guys know I love Dossier bottles because they are very minimalistic, they're very chic, very clean, they don't have too much going on. I absolutely love it. It's a clear bottle, and then they just have the sticker here on the front, but this is what it looks like. And the same notes that are on that note card is exactly right here in that top hand corner. So if you do misplace the note card, it's okay, because the same notes are right here. So as I was mentioning, on the back of this card, you have your notes, your top, middle, and base notes. It tells you who the perfume is inspired by, along with the concentration. And then it also states if you do not like the perfume for any reason, you spray it and you see that it does not, mix with your body chemistry, you can just head to their return page, print out a new, return label, and you're good to go. Just send it back. No questions asked. They actually have a really good return policy. That's one thing that I can stand by. I think their return policy is amazing if you do not like the perfume, which is really good if you decide to blind shop. I always talk about this. When you start to learn what type of perfume girl you are, you're a warm floral girl like me, you can blind shop. You don't have to necessarily smell it before you buy it. And again, with their return policy being so great, just simply return it, package it back up, and just send it off. So I'm going to be going ahead and testing out this perfume. And I also learned, you guys, when you spray perfume, you're not supposed to like rub your hands or whatever together. You're just supposed to let it sit. I'm still learning about perfumes too. That's something that I actually learned when I think I was in like Saks Fifth or something, and I was smelling a new perfume and I went to rub, and the sales associate was like, no, you don't rub, you just like let it sit. Y'all, I'm still learning, girl, okay? And I think Dossier is a good way to get into perfumes because it's not expensive, you guys, and you're going to get the same scent that you would get from Chanel and Dior and things like that. So if you're just now getting into perfumes, or if you're already in perfumes like I am and you have a whole collection, girl, why are you wasting $80 on the bottle? Just go get your $29 bottle from Dossier, okay? So let's go ahead and spray. I also like to spray like my wig if I'm wearing a wig. I wouldn't do this if I have my real hair out, but I do like to spray like my wig, because you'll smell that. And like I thought, y'all, this is exactly what I smelled in Sephora. It smells exactly like it, and it smells good, and I'm glad I waited because it smells exactly what I would have purchased for $90 at Sephora. This is definitely a warm scent, and again, when you get into perfumes, you'll understand these notes. They'll start to come to you. You will smell them when you read them. So when I hear tobacco, when I hear woody, I already know it's a warm, to me it's a more nighttime type of smell. This is definitely something that I would wear at night. I wouldn't more so pull this out like if I'm going to lunch or just doing running errands in the daytime. This is definitely a nighttime nice black dress, or even like an all black casual outfit, just something nighttime, because this is something where your smell is going to hit the room before you do, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but that's where that tobacco and that musky and that woody notes come from. So this smells amazing, like I already knew it would, and like I said, it is definitely a nighttime scent. So you can go ahead and check out Dossier. I will have all of their information along with their holiday deals in my description box down below. So be sure to check them out. If you are looking into checking them out but you have no idea what to try first, actually go ahead and try woody tobacco, you guys. If you are into that wood, warm, musky smell, this is definitely for you. I like it. Again, it is a great nighttime scent. And yeah, huge shout out to Dossier for sponsoring today's video. I love working with them, you guys. This is like our 100th collaboration, and I will continue to collaborate with them because I love everything that they send me, literally everything. So yeah, make sure you go ahead and check them out. Again, check my description box down below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. What's good? What's poppin', Grwm babes? Welcome back to another video. I am so happy to be back on YouTube. I have so much to catch you guys up on, and yeah, that is the whole purpose of this video. I wanted you guys to send me some questions so I can sit down and talk to you guys while I, fix this lace. First of all, I need to fix my lace, and then of course I'm going to be doing my makeup and stuff, and just getting ready for me to record for the day because I'm officially back on YouTube. I graduated, y'all. I just got so much to talk to you guys about, and that is why I wanted to do a chit chat. Get ready with me. I asked you guys to send me some questions in personal, relationships, school, whatever you wanted to know, girl. Send it in, okay? So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. This lace, to y'all can't see the problems. I can see the problems, okay? It just needs to be fixed. So I got everything that I need to fix this lace up. Actually, no, I don't. I need to go and grab my brush. I'm about to get this wig right so I can record for the day. Let me go grab my brush. I forgot to grab that for some reason. I'll be right back. Also, let me turn my phone on silent, only because it is sitting right here so I can read the questions, and I don't want it going off every 2 seconds because of my Ring. You guys know, like the little security camera. But I do need to look out for the pool guy because my mom has a little Christmas present for him. So I'm trying to like look out on the camera and see when he gets here so I don't miss him. So that's why I also need to be like looking down at my phone, but I don't want it going off every 3 seconds, y'all. That's so annoying. Like I said, y'all, the wig is not like, you know, it just needs to be fixed. Like, I've been on the go all this week because I graduated Sunday. I had my pinning ceremony Wednesday. After my pinning ceremony, I had to go see my aunts in the hospital down in Kendall, which is like close to Miami. So y'all, my hair has just been curled and it's just been a lot. So today I'm going to flat iron it. I'm going to re-wand curl it, and then as I re-wand curl it, I'm going to put it up in pins. You guys will see. I'm just pretty much, you know, getting it together. But hold on, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and push all my baby hairs back. That way I can re-glue this down. And y'all, I am no type of hairstylist, okay? So listen, girl, don't. If I do something wrong, do not drag me, okay? I just do what I know how to do, and I only fix my wig when it's like this, when it's not really like anything wrong with it. Other than that, honey, I am calling my best friend Ederly. Y'all know Ederly is my hairstylist. I'm calling her to fix it because I can't do it. But if it's something like this, I can fix it. I can, you know, put a little glue and, you know, fix the baby hairs. I can do that. But anything other than this, baby, I can't do. And she still kind of had to walk me through this. She said to put the glue, lay it down. She still walked me through it. So, and I've done this once before on like, I think it was my curly wig, and I actually think I recorded that for you guys too. But hold up. After I do this, when I start gluing, that's when we'll start the questions. Let me just get all this pushed back. Okay, so the first question that I got was, what steps did you take to start your business? A lot of steps. I did not know going in, of course, as anything else, you live and you learn, and you'll start to see things on the outside look very, you know, once it's done, it looks like, okay, yeah, you can just start a business. But girl, everything on the back end, it's a lot. And I always like tell you guys that it's a lot, like being an actual legitimate business owner. And when I say legitimate, I mean like actually going through and getting your legal papers and stuff like that. Not just, you know, okay girl, cash at me, I'll meet you here and you can pick up your products. Like, I'm talking about legitimately going through your state, and doing like the actual filing and doing your taxes. So I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about that. If you guys are interested, let me know. I can definitely do like a separate video. And really quick, I'm just going in, like I said, this is super simple. I'm just going in and like putting glue on the lace, and then I'm literally just going to smack it on my forehead, girl. That's it. I'm not doing anything complicated. But yeah, so actually going through and getting a legitimate business, it is a lot. So step one is to, of course, think of what exactly you want to do. What do you want to sell? Do you even want to sell like physical products? Because of course, not all my products on my business are physical. Sorry y'all, Lily is like peeking inside of the room. But not all of my products are physical, some are digital. So that's what I mean. You want to go ahead and get an idea of exactly what do you want to do. Who is your targeted audience? There is a lot, again, to starting a business. Who is your targeted audience? So of course, my targeted audience is nursing students, nurses. I have a very specific audience. And then of course, everything just for me just ties in, and that's what I was talking to you guys about in my announcement video for my business. Everything just ties in. My Instagram, my YouTube, what I sell, you know, everything is just, it's meshed. So you definitely want to make sure you have a targeted audience, and then of course you can then look and see what products you want to sell. You want to be very specific. You don't want to just have a broad idea and start a business. So once you have that, that is step number one. Step number two is decide again if you want to actually go through and get an LLC. Now again, this is not any legal advice. I'm not telling you guys go out and get your LLC. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you guys what I did. So I then decided, once I said, okay, this is my targeted audience, I want to sell this, this, and this, X, Y, and Z. All right, what are the steps to starting my business? I literally Googled that, and that's what I be telling y'all all the time. I know y'all love YouTube to watch me. I love y'all too. But you guys, YouTube has so much information out there. Literally anything that you need to find, look it up on YouTube. YouTube literally taught me and my mom how to like fix the sensor on our garage door. I guess something was like blocking the sensor so the garage door didn't shut. The first thing I said was like YouTube. I'm such a millennial, but you guys, there is so much information here on YouTube, and you guys have to learn how to utilize it, you know? Like, definitely use YouTube as a tool. It's not just somewhere to watch entertainment like myself, or you know, it can be extremely educational. So that is exactly what I did. I went to YouTube and stated how to start a Florida LLC. And again, I'm not telling you to start an LLC because there are other types of businesses you can start. You can, I think it's like a sole proprietorship, something like that, or you can start like an organization if it's you and someone else. But typically, most single people would start an LLC. So that's what I decided on. So that's what I went ahead and I did. The second thing that you need to do, or the third thing, is you need to figure out what exactly do you want to call your business, and you need to make sure that that's not taken. So since I live in Florida, I did have to go onto, I think it's like Sunbiz. I had to make sure that the business wasn't taken, you know, like everything. Y'all, it's a lot. You can't just pick a name and, okay, yay, I got my name. Like, you have to make sure, of course, it's not taken. Once you do that, you have to file for it. You have to pay for it. That's another thing that I learned. Oh my gosh, starting a business is extremely expensive. And I'm not just talking about like inventory. Like, that's another thing. Inventory is something in itself. Like, of course, spending money on the actual business, but starting it up takes a lot of money. Like, actually getting my business license, like, because you get a license, that I can't even remember how much it was, but y'all, it was a lot of money to start a business. So you got your name, you registered. Now you need to make sure you can collect taxes in your state, because of course, when the end of the year roll around, just like when you were to file taxes for your job, you get your W-2 form. You have to send in taxes to the state, the taxes that you collected. But 9 times out of 10, you'll be sending those in, depending on which, of course, business you choose. It's either quarterly, so every, I think it's like 3 months or something like that. It's just, girl, it's a lot, okay? But again, definitely use YouTube, use Google. And again, if you guys would like for me to talk more about this, about exactly how I started my business, I'll be more than happy to. But it's just a lot to answer this question in like a Q&A. You know, there's a lot to it, and that's what I tell people that even like ask me, that find out that I have a business at work. Like, because I'll wear, you know, like my scrub caps to work, and someone will be like, oh, I like that, where did you get it from? And I'm like, oh, my business. And they'll take a minute to pause and look at me like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I have a business. Like, it's an actual like website. And that's the other thing. See, that's what I'm talking about. There's so many different things. You have to have your website, and never ever, big piece of advice, never have a website that ends in, I'm not going to judge y'all, but to me, it just looks more professional if you have a website that does not have like a weird ending, like dot, I can't think of it. I'll probably put like an example on the screen. Always make sure your website has .com. That looks so professional. It just looks very put together. That's what you want. Such and such.com, dcdgalore.com. It's no dot, I don't know, I can't think of it right now, but that's just a big piece of advice. Like, and like I said, that's just one component, getting a domain. I did help my boyfriend start his up. Like, I helped him through the process, and it was a lot. He said it himself. He was like, I did not know it was this much. And I did not know either when I went to start it. I was like, okay, yay, I want to start a business. And I started my business in quarantine. You guys know we had a lot of downtime, and I've always wanted to start a business, but I never knew exactly what I wanted to do. And then bingo, I was like, okay, my YouTube, my Instagram, nursing audience, like it just makes sense. So I had a lot of downtime to think in quarantine, so that's how it came about. So don't take just a day or two to think about starting a business. That's definitely something you have to sit and ponder on, because the more you think about it, and this goes for anything in life, the more that you plan something and you think about it and then you execute it, 9 times out of 10 the more successful it will be, because you actually put time into it and you did not try to create Rome overnight. You know, my mom used to always tell me, because I'm like such a I want it now, I want it now. My mom used to always tell me Rome wasn't built in a day or a night or something like that. Like, it takes time. It really does. It takes time. And I know it's frustrating because you have this vision and you just want to get it up, you want to get it started, but you really have to take time. In starting a business takes so much time, because like I said, getting a domain, getting a website, either you're going to have somebody make the website for you or you're going to create your own website. I took my time. Like I said, I took my time, and everything on my website I did. My homepage to the about the CEO, like everything I wrote. I took my time. I took my own pictures, like everything. So definitely take your time. It is doable. Like, having a business, it's such a great feeling to wear your own products and have someone say, where did you get that from? And it's like, oh, it's from my business. That's what I'm saying. Like, those are the questions that I get at work, and a lot of people look at me like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, they look at me like, what do you mean? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I said what I said. Like, so it's definitely rewarding, and you want to take the time, you know, put the work in, and of course you'll definitely see your end product. And also, in saying that, it's never bad to revamp. Like, you'll always see like Nike revamps. I think if you look like back in the day, Nike's logo is not the same logo as it is today. Anything, like, all big brands revamp. So never feel like you have to stick with one set of products or you have to stick with this logo. Make it now and revamp it later. And just a sneak peek into the future, I'm revamping, and I'm actually going to talk about that more later, because I did get a question on what's next, like, because you guys know I graduated and things like that. So that's just a heads up. Like, I'm personally revamping. I'm getting ready to literally get rid of all my inventory, and I'm starting over. Photo shoot, logo, everything. And I'm talking about like across the board with my Instagram, with my YouTube. I'm literally starting everything over. New banner, new intro, new everything. And it's because I'm evolving in life. I'm not the same person that I was 2 years ago when I started my business. I think I started my business last year, so like a year and a half ago. I'm not the same person. I don't have the same taste. So never, you know, be scared to revamp. And again, don't feel like you have to stick with the same logo, you have to stick with the same products. Like, the world is your oyster. That's all I have to say about how to start a business, because like I said, there's so much to it. I cannot just put it all in this one video. So again, if you guys are interested in me doing a video strictly on like how I started my business, the basics, I will actually, you know, screen record things like that, then definitely comment down below and I'll be happy to make a video like that. So while my flat irons are heating up, let's go ahead and move to the second question. So my second question was, congratulations, boo. Thank you. She said, my question is, how often do you get a relaxer? I want to say I typically get a relaxer, and I know, y'all, I'm so behind on so many videos. So I did post a my wash day routine, and then I'm still supposed to be doing a like sit down how I actually maintain my hair as far as relaxers, blowouts, things like that. I still have to do that video. Like I said, I am officially back on YouTube, and I'm going to be getting around to it, I promise. So like I said, her question is, how often do you get a relaxer? I typically get a relaxer, I want to say like every 3 to 4 months. I only get a relaxer when it is absolutely needed. Like, I'm talking about when my girl cannot even like wash my hair, and it's like, you know, just it's curly. She'll tell me, and that's one good thing I actually love about my girl. She cares about my hair. I've been going to her since I've moved to West Palm Beach, and I think I've been here for like 5 years now. Please don't quote me, but she's the only person that takes care of my hair as far as relaxers. She's the only person that I let touch my hair when it comes to like my natural hair care, is her. So we typically do a relaxer, I want to say every 3 to 4 months, but she'll let me know. She'll say, like, she'll literally tap me like, the next time you come, it's relaxer time. And I'm just like, okay. So I would say every 3 to 4 months. I stopped trying to stretch my relaxers, because I learned when I stretch my relaxers, that's when my hair breaks off. So you definitely have to be safe when it comes to stretching your relaxers. I know they say, of course, not to get a relaxer like every 2 months, unless it's like your hair is just growing. Like, that's different. But if you don't absolutely need a relaxer, you can also cause breakage with over relaxing your hair. So you definitely have to know, and that's why it's super important to get someone who's educated, who is, you know, a beautician, and they can see your hair and they're like, okay, yes, we need to do a relaxer. Because you have some people that want to relax their hair every 2 months. You can't do that because you'll break your hair off. And then you'll have some people that only want to relax their hair twice a year. You'll break your hair off because you have natural hair and then everything else is relaxed. It's gonna start breaking. So you definitely have to learn your hair, and then I highly suggest getting someone who, you know, is educated, is a beautician, and they can say like, hey, it's time to relax your hair. Just someone that can help you take care of your hair. Like, I highly recommend that. Next up, I have the next question. I'm finding it difficult to focus in nursing school. I'm too exhausted to do anything. 9 times out of 10, you're probably doing too much. And when I say you're probably doing too much, I'm talking about like in your personal life. You get what I mean? But really quick, you guys, like I said, I'm just doing a quick pass through. I'm not making this like bone straight. I just want to get it, you know, easier so I can curl, especially the ends, because the ends got really poofy. But yeah, back to the question. She said, I'm exhausted and I'm finding it difficult to do anything. So again, I think because you didn't really give me a lot to go off, you know, off of, so I'm thinking it sounds like it's your personal life. You may be trying to do too much, and this is one reason why I typically go ghost. Sorry, my eyelash itch. This is why I typically go ghost on like Instagram and YouTube. It's because I feel overwhelmed. Like, that's the word. I just feel very overwhelmed in certain parts of nursing school. And it's typically for me the very beginning of nursing school, because that's when, you know, the semester's fresh. You got to get back into your groove. And then it's also sometimes the very ending, because of course you have final exams. So yeah, I think you're probably just trying to do too much. Again, I don't have that much information to go off of, but I highly recommend taking a look at your different categories in life and seeing where you can pull back from, because nursing school has to come first, girl. I know it's hard. I know you're exhausted. One, you have to push through, but two, you also have to see where you can pull back from, because you are not Superwoman. I am not Superwoman. Again, you cannot juggle every single thing all the time. Sometimes some things have to be put on the back burner. And that is why I typically, again, go ghost on YouTube first, because that's the very first thing that I can put on the back burner. And unfortunately, you guys don't get content. But that's, again, why I tell you guys to always follow me on Instagram, because it's a lot easier for me to update you guys on Instagram than it is to go ahead and post a new YouTube video, because I got to sit down, I got to edit, you know. So yeah, you definitely have to look at different parts of your life and see where exactly can you pull back from, see where you can make some changes, see where you can make some improvements. But I would always say, of course, if it's something recreational, as far as like, again, YouTube, unfortunately it has to go on the back burner. Also, you guys know I'm going to come up with my favorite time management. If you're exhausted, again, find out what you can put on the back burner. You have to learn how to stop one thing, start another, things like that. So if you want, girl, feel free to DM me and we can talk about it more if you want, because I really don't have a lot to go off of, but it just sounds like you definitely have to pull back on of course your personal life. Like, nursing school is a lot, you guys. It really is. And I can't believe I'm finished. I can't believe I'm done. Like, it doesn't even feel real. like I said, I don't think it has hit me yet that I've completed nursing school. But yeah, again, if you want to DM me, girl, I'm willing to, you know, we can talk about it more. But yes, time management, things like that. If you're exhausted, definitely make some time for yourself. You guys know, I always tell you guys it's super important to have at least one day to yourself. Like, you have no school, you have no work, it's just you. If you choose to study that day, fine. If you choose to do absolutely nothing that day, fine, but you need to have a dedicated at least one day to you that you can look forward to. Like Wednesday, I'm gonna do nothing but sleep in and watch Netflix. That's up to you. I'm about to go ahead and grab some oil, you guys, because it is kind of dry. But like I said, I'm not flat ironing this to be perfect. I'm just flat ironing it, really the ends, because the ends are like super puffy and I just want it to be able to wrap around the wand curl good. So I'll be right back again. Let me go ahead and grab some oil. Sorry you guys, my camera died, but I just went ahead and finished up my left side, and I just kind of did the right side as well, just because I'm trying to stay on schedule. And you guys know when you talk and do stuff, it like slows you down. So I just curled my hair, but I'll show you guys how I curl it. But moving on to the next question. The next question is, have you ever had imposter syndrome while in school or just in general? And I just went ahead and Google imposter syndrome just so we're on, you know, like the same page. And let me go ahead and pull up the definition for you guys. So the definition is a psychological pattern in which people doubt their accomplishments and have a persistent, often internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. So the first part, yes. The second part, no, because I am very open with you guys. I tell you guys all the time, like, yes, I get A's on my exams, majority of my exams, but do I get A's on every single one? No. Do I get B's on every single one? No. You know, I'm a normal person. I'm going through nursing school just like everyone else. I have the possibility of failing nursing school. Well, failing nursing school just like everyone else did. So I am very open with you guys about that, and I tell you guys all the time, nursing school is 10 times harder than your prereqs. So in the grading scale, it's not the same. So in the prereq world, a B is technically a C in nursing school. So that's what I'm saying. There's so many components to nursing school, and also we are saving people's lives. Like, this is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to learn how to save someone's life. So that's why I say no to the second one, because I'm very open with you guys. Of course, I do keep some things private, like my personal life and stuff like that. But as far as like being exposed as a fraud, as it says, no. But imposter syndrome in my life, yes. School, yes. YouTube, yes. Sometimes I'll accomplish things and it's just like, you go, girl, you know, like, and to say that, I feel like my imposter syndrome is very normal. I feel like it's very, you know, like on that scale of normalcy. It's not extreme. You know how like everyone has anxiety. A normal amount of anxiety gives you a push, but you can have normal anxiety and then it can go all the way up to severe. So I feel like my imposter syndrome is very normal. It's just like, damn, girl, did you do that? And it's like, yeah, girl, I did it, you know? So it's nothing extreme where I would like self-sabotage myself and I feel like I cannot have anything good or things like that. Like, because you guys will see it in the movies all the time. People will self-sabotage themselves because they don't feel like they deserve anything good, or they don't really feel like they're capable of doing it. I'm not there. Like, I know I'm smart. I know I give good advice, and that's why, you know, I have a growing following here on YouTube. But sometimes your girl do be needing a reminder, and my boyfriend and my mom and my sister will remind me that I've accomplished, you know, things, and sometimes it slips my mind, like, oh, you have 30,000, you know, subscribers, and it's like, yeah, but to me, I'm a normal person, and that's the thing. So it's not like my accomplishments, it's just sometimes my brain can't really, like, I don't know if you get what I'm talking about. Comment down below. Sometimes I forget that, yeah, like, I've accomplished this, this, and this. And it's mainly with YouTube because to me, I'm a normal person. But I know to you guys, sometimes you guys may feel like I'm a social, like, I don't even like to call myself a social media influencer. I do it because technically that's what I am, you know, but I really don't like that label. I just like the fact that I turn on my camera and I talk to you guys about things that I love, whether it's makeup, it's hair, it's school. You guys know I love nursing, so it's not just because it's nursing, it's because I love nursing. I love everything about nursing. So that's what I mean. Sometimes it just slips my mind that it's like, hey, yeah, you've actually, you know, grown a good following on YouTube and, you know, things like that. So yeah, but it's never to a point where I would, like, start to self-sabotage myself or I downplay myself. Like, I don't do that. I know who I am. I know, you know, like, my value. I know what I've accomplished, and I'm extremely proud about it. I'm extremely humble about it. That's the other thing. I'm not flashy about what I do. I don't walk around and say, hey, I'm a YouTuber. I don't do that because to me it's something that I love to do. So it's not like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Like, if you know me, you know I will not even tell you I'm a YouTuber. You will just have to see me pull out the camera and just start talking to it, like if I'm vlogging or something. But I will not just walk in the room and say, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. That's not me, you know. So yeah, that's to answer your question. Yes, I do self-sabotage, but not self-sabotage. Yes, I do have imposter syndrome, but I feel like it's very normal. It's very like, damn, girl, you did this? Like, yeah, you know, it's not to the point where I would self-sabotage. That's what I was trying to say earlier. The next question is, are you starting your BSN classes soon? And the answer is yes. So like I said, I did just graduate on Sunday. So I'll be starting my BSN classes in the spring. So I think that's like, what, January-ish? I actually have to look into it. Like I said, I did just graduate on Sunday. I had my pinning ceremony on Wednesday. So yeah, I am fresh out of nursing school. So next week is when I'll be, you know, starting to look into things like that, like the actual application cycle and that type of stuff to start my BSN classes. But also, like I told you guys, I did not do the early classes like I had planned to, because I remember telling you guys, like, after second semester you can start your BSN classes early, but I decided not to because, like I told you guys, I really needed a mental break from nursing school. Like I said, when you take care of yourself and you do self-care, it's not just hair, nails, it's holistically. My nursing students know what that means. Holistically meaning physical, mentally, spiritually. So I did not take my BSN classes early like I had planned to, just because me having a mental break over the summer was way more important than me getting ahead. And like I said, it was only like 1 or 2 classes I was able to take early. I think it was only 1. I really don't remember now. But I would still have to, you know, take other classes in the first semester. So now, instead of having like 1 class off of my plate, now I'll just have like a full course load, which I think is like 3 or 4 classes, which I can do. Again, I know I can do it, so it's not a problem. Like I said, it was more important for me to have a mental break over the summer than it was for me to you know, try to get ahead and do all this stuff, because I was talking to some of the students who did take the BSN classes over the summer as planned, and they were just tired. They came into 4th semester or third semester just tired. I remember talking to them like they had paper after paper after paper, because that's just what BSN classes are. You know, the foundation of nursing, so it's really just like research papers. Your girl was in Vegas chilling, you know, so that was more important to me than trying to get ahead in BSN classes. But I will be starting my BSN classes in the spring. So the next question that I got is fourth semester update, preceptorship, how early can new grads apply for jobs? Really quick guys, I'm about to go ahead and shift into doing my makeup. My hair is done, it's pin curled up, and now it's makeup time. So back to the question. She said fourth semester update. That's actually what I'm recording today once I finish the chit chat. Get ready with me. Preceptorship, that's going to be inside of the fourth semester update, so make sure you guys go ahead and check that video out. And how early can new grads apply for jobs? So that actually depends on the like the facility that you're going to be working at. Next week also, while I'm looking into my BSN classes, I'm also going to be looking into jobs, and I'm about to go ahead and start applying. So it does just depend on the facility that you decide to go ahead and apply to. Some will take you before you even pass your NCLEX, and they'll tell you like, hey, you have 4 weeks into the new, you have 4 weeks into the new grad program to pass your NCLEX. So like I said, some will take you before you even sit and take it. You just have to give them a date, like, hey, I'm taking it on XYZ, and then from the date that the new grad program starts, you have 4 weeks to pass it. If not, then they will have to drop you. And then you have some that will not even take you until you pass your NCLEX. So it just varies. Like I say, it just depends on the program that you decide to apply to. So I will be looking for jobs next week. That's something that me and Kelsey are going to do at the library. We are going to go ahead and make our NCLEX study plan, because y'all, I still have NCLEX. Like, yay, nursing school's over, but now I have to pass boards. Like, so that's something that me and Kelsey are going to be doing on Monday. We're going to meet up at the library. We're going to make our NCLEX study plan. Me and Kelsey are going to study together for NCLEX. Y'all know that's my girl. I met Kelsey's dad for the first time on graduation day, and I literally told him, like, I don't know what I would have done without Kelsey in nursing school. Like, I don't know. So we're going to study together for NCLEX. We're also going to start looking at jobs. We're thinking about working at the same hospital, of course, just different floors, because I want ER/trauma. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing next week. And I'll definitely be like updating you guys on things like that. Now that I'm back on YouTube, I can make videos and stuff. Okay, you guys, so I just went off camera to go ahead and do my eyebrows, because I cannot talk through my eyebrows. Also, I gave myself like a quick lunch break, because y'all, when I drink coffee, especially that big, I get jittery, and unless I like follow it up with some food, I'm gonna be like I can't do it. So I was like, girl, go eat, do your eyebrows, come back. Okay, so next question is, and I'm really glad that I took a pause there, because I know this next part is going to be like pretty long, because the next question is, what's next after nursing school? Which is, again, a really big question that I'm getting, along with, will you write the NCLEX? Where will you work? So the first question was, what's next after nursing school? So as you guys know, I do have to take and pass the NCLEX in order for me to become an official nurse. So that's the main thing that's next, and then everything else that I have planned will follow. So the first big thing, like I said, is passing the NCLEX. So the next big thing is me moving. A lot of you don't know that I do live at home with my mom and my sister. So I plan on moving out, you guys. Like, it's time to start my life, you know? Like, I'm 22, so yeah, and I know a lot of people do stay home even after they graduate, but again, being a nurse, I'll have a stable job, a very rewarding job. So I do feel very comfortable moving out at 22, because I'm in my career. So my biggest plans for after nursing school and 2022 is to take and pass the NCLEX so I can become an official nurse. And I also want to focus more on my influencer, like part of my life. I definitely want to become more active on Instagram. I definitely want to grow my Instagram. I want to grow like my TikTok. I want to grow my YouTube. So I do plan on putting a lot more time and effort into my YouTube and my Instagram. Not saying that I didn't already, but I could only put so much in, like I was telling you guys earlier to the question where she said she felt exhausted. Just some things have to go on the back burner sometime. And like I said, for me, with being in nursing school, the first thing to go on the back burner was Instagram and YouTube. So now that I am out of nursing school, I definitely want to take my influencer side of my life a lot more seriously. I want everything to look top tier, professional. I have, you know, some notes written down. I have some people that's going to help me, you know, execute my plans. I definitely want to get a manager. Like, you guys, I'm thinking big, and this is what I was talking about with the imposter syndrome. It's not the fact that I don't think I can accomplish it. It's like, because I know I could be that. I know what I have in my mind I can accomplish. It's just going to take some work. So yeah, I plan on getting a manager. I want to, like I said, revamp everything. I just want everything to be different because this is a new chapter in my life. I'm speaking it into existence. I'm a nurse. So yeah, I really want to take my Instagram, my YouTube, and everything to the next level. And don't get me wrong, I'm extremely, you know, proud and happy with what I've accomplished so far, but I just know there's so much more I can be doing now that I have time, you know, because that was the biggest thing, like I was saying earlier, was just me not having time. And the first thing going on the back burner was YouTube, Instagram. And then I just started a TikTok. As far as content, I'm definitely going to be adding more lifestyle videos to my channel. By the way, you guys, this is a new foundation. This is Dior, and I just dropped some. But this is a new foundation. I'm really scared because I just hope it matches and it looks good on camera. So let's see. But yeah, as far as content, I do plan on adding more like lifestyle videos to my channel because I'm going to be moving. You guys will see a moving vlog series. I'll be furnishing my place with you all. Like, I'll be doing organization videos, just videos I love to watch myself from influencers that are in their, you know, career, because I'm going to be in my career. Don't get me wrong, there's still going to be nursing school videos because I'm still getting my bachelor's degree and things like that, and I'm going off to get my master's and everything. So there's still going to be nursing based videos, but I am growing up, y'all, so it will be more lifestyle videos. That's all I can say, because that's all I can think of, like, as far as the term. It's just gonna be lifestyle, like more vlogs. I definitely want to get in the habit of doing weekly vlogs because I'm no longer in school. And again, trying to do weekly vlogs trying to do weekly vlogs as a nursing student is extremely hard because, one, I'm busy. Two, I can't really show you anything because HIPAA, you know, so I can't take you, you know, into places when I have clinicals and things like that. I can't put my professors on YouTube, you know, so you're kind of limited when you're in nursing school. So now that I'm actually out of nursing school and I can have a life, you guys, I just know my channel is it's going to be fun. Like, you guys already see how my videos are when I go out with my friends and stuff. So I'm definitely, of course, going to be going out more because I'm not in school. I'm going to be traveling so much more, you guys. That's the main thing that I'm excited about. I'm so excited to travel, you guys. Like, I have time to travel. And I know to you guys, like, I was always going somewhere. Like, you guys know I went to Vegas, I turned around, went to Atlanta. So traveling hasn't like ever really been an issue with me in nursing school. But just imagine I'm going to be traveling like 10 times more, because as a nurse, like, typically you're 3 on, 4 off, you know, and then if I pick up, okay, you're still 3 off. So I have so much more time. Like, you guys, I just can't wait. I can't wait for this next chapter of my life. Of course, you guys know I'm in a relationship. Who's to say we don't get engaged? Like, you know, like, they're so, like, I'm just so excited. Like, you guys don't know, just moving in itself, I'm excited for, because like I've never been on my own. I've always, of course, lived with my mom and my sister. So just the change of being on my own in and of itself is going to be a journey. And of course, I'm going to be vlogging. And like I said, I really want to get in the habit of giving you guys a weekly vlog every single Sunday. And that's going to be a lot more doable now that I'm out of school. So you guys, I think this foundation is a match. That's really what I was scared of. I was scared that it was not going to be, you know. And this again is the Dior Backstage. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Dior Backstage foundation. And I got mine's in 5N, so 5 neutral. And like I said, this was one of the newer products that I just got from Sephora, along with this beauty blender, because you guys know I've been using the Real Techniques sponges, and y'all, I see the difference, girl. I see what people were talking about, because I couldn't bring myself to pay $20 for a makeup sponge. But something, you know, I was in Sephora and I was just like, girl, just grab it. And I heard the black ones are a lot better. I don't remember like who I heard that from. I think it was like a professional makeup artist. They just said that the black ones were better because I think it's for like the body. I don't know, no idea. But I just knew when I went to Sephora, I was like, can I have the black one? Because I think she almost handed me the pink one. I was like, no, can I please have the black one? I just heard stuff about the black one. So y'all, I see the difference and I love this foundation. But we'll see how it holds up. And I can definitely see it's more on the matte side, which is my fave. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I have planned for in the future, which is a lot. Like, it sounds, well, to me it kind of sounds like, okay, NCLEX, moving out, but that's like really big. Like NCLEX, getting my own apartment, having to furnish my apartment, and just, you know, navigating through life. Hold on, y'all, my mother-in-law is calling me. Hold on, be right back. But okay, so yeah, like I was saying, I really like this foundation, and a little bit goes a long way for sure, which is good because y'all, it was not cheap, okay? And I definitely feel like this is my color. That's a good thing, yay. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's definitely going to be a lot of change as far as content. You guys are gonna see a shift in content. I do have, y'all, I have some stuff up my sleeve, and I'm gonna give y'all a little like sneak peek now, because I've gotten a lot of questions while I was in nursing school about tutoring and like mentoring. But everyone that had like DM me or asked about it, I told them that I wouldn't feel right tutoring or mentoring while I'm still in nursing school. One, because I'm not finished and I don't know all of the content that I need to know as, you know, like a completed nursing student. Also, I wouldn't feel right until I'm a 100% nurse. Like, I passed my NCLEX, that way I can give you guys tips. So once I pass my NCLEX, because again, I'm speaking into existence and it's gonna happen. Once I pass my NCLEX, I do plan on taking in nursing students, and even prereq students, and tutoring and mentoring. Like I said, I had so many people inquire about that, and I did not want to do it until I was 100% finished with nursing school and everything like that. So that's something, like I said, I have some stuff up my sleeve now that I'm out of school. Like, it's so many things that I wanted to do, but I just did not have the time. Like, everything just takes time, you guys. Literally everything. Business, everything, social media. It all just takes time. And when I tell you, nursing school, especially specific points in nursing school, like the beginning and the end when it's like final season, my time is just swallowed up by nursing school. So I just don't have time to execute things. And that's what used to like really kind of get me down sometimes, was like, I want to do this and I want to travel, but you know, it's just not my season yet, and I'm stepping into my season. You feel me? Like, baby, it's go time. All gas, no brakes. Okay, like, I have so many things up my sleeve that I want to execute as far as content, my business, like my personal life. Like I said, I want to travel, My boyfriend just also graduated EMT school. You guys know I told you in my Vegas vlog that he got accepted while I was in Vegas. He like called me and woke me up and stuff like that. If you haven't, go watch my Vegas vlog because that's when I announced it. But he also just graduated EMT school. He graduated the day before I walked the stage. So he graduated on the 11th, which was a Saturday, and I graduated on the 12th, which was the Sunday. So he's also stepping into a new season, and he's about to go into fire school. So it's just, you know, I'm stepping into my season. That's all I can say. And there's so many things that I cannot wait to share with you guys, because y'all, this is literally just the beginning. Like, if you thought that this channel was just strictly going to be like, okay, once I finish nursing school, pass my NCLEX, like that's it, like, you had it wrong. Okay, we still have to get my BS in, we still got to get my MS in, we still got to get everything. And then you guys again are going to come into my personal life. I'm going to share a lot more with you guys now that I have time, because again, nursing school just swallowed your girl up. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to share with you guys as far as what's next. I really wanted to wait until this chit chat get ready with me to share with you guys what I have up my sleeve. But again, I'm not going to share every single thing. I'm the type of person, I don't like to talk about it until it's done. But as far as the tutoring and the mentoring, I definitely wanted to go ahead and answer that question because I had a lot of inquiries about that. But like I said, I wouldn't feel right doing it until I was 100% done, because how am I going to tutor or mentor you and I'm not even finished? So it was more so like I wouldn't feel right doing that. Like, I want to be able to give you guys my all, and the only way is for me to be 100% nurse. You know, I've actually gone through it, I've completed it, and you know, like, this is my testimony type of thing. So yeah, but it really means a lot that you guys like even are asking me. Like, I've gotten so many people to like DM me and say like, can you please be my mentor? And it's just like, again, the whole imposter syndrome, like, me, like little old me. So yeah, that's just something that I just want to go ahead and update you guys on. I will be taking students like in tutoring and mentoring and just, you know, helping you guys throughout your nursing school journey. And I don't want it to just be like you guys hit me up for school. Like, I want y'all to be able to reach out, although you guys still do it now. But when I take you guys in as students, I definitely want it to be on a more like, you can call me, like you can FaceTime me, like if you're having a whole panic attack. And again, stuff like that takes time for me to plan out, you know. So yeah, that's all that I have as far as what's next, moving out, things like that. And then of course things that I have no idea are gonna happen. Like, I could be planning, I could be planning for, you know, like the stars, but God has the moon in store for me, you know, like he has it 10 times, you know, bigger than what I'm imagining. So this is just everything that I plan. You know, God's plan is always like the final say so. So whatever he has in store for me, that's what we will be doing. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to her next question, because I feel like I've been on this like what's next question for the longest. So she said, will you write the NCLEX? I've never thought about it. This is like the first time I've ever thought about it, now that you're like asking me. I didn't plan to, but now that you brought it up, that wouldn't be a bad idea, because you guys know I love the education side of nursing. I already told you guys I'm 9 times out of 10 going to become a professor in my later years of nursing, just because I love the education side. I love to first of all, I love to talk, okay? And with me loving nursing, I want to make other people love nursing. So you do that through education, and you share your passion with something. So yeah, I've never thought about writing an NCLEX, but that's a really good, you know, something that I can look into. And of course, if I do choose to move forward with it, then you guys will come along on the journey with that. Although I'm sure usually when you write the NCLEX, you can't like really talk about it, because I'm writing the board exam, so I can't really like share things with you guys. But if I do choose to do it, then you guys will come along on the journey with me. What's next? Where will you work? So you guys know I do want to be a trauma nurse, but it's kind of hard to get a trauma position being a new grad student. I just want to make sure I'm focused. Yeah, it is harder to get a trauma position as a new grad, and honestly, I wouldn't even want to do that to myself. Like, being a new grad and in trauma, I just feel like that'll be too much. It's like it's moving a little bit too fast. I would definitely want to get experience, but what I will not do is work in med surg. That is something that a lot of like people will tell you, is that you have to work in med surg as a new grad, and the answer is no, you do not. Okay, you do not have to work in med surg as a new grad. You can get that ER position, you can get an OB position, you can get any position. And again, I would kind of be a little afraid to do that just coming straight out the gate as a new grad, because there's still a lot of things that nursing school hasn't taught me, you know, as being a nurse. So I would definitely shoot for ER. I'm definitely going to shoot for trauma. I'm mainly in that acute care. I'm not really interested in OB, although you guys, let me say, I did have some interest in OB when we were going through like our emergency units in semester 4, because semester 4 was all emergency, and y'all, it was kind of fun learning about like OB emergencies, but to think like that's not strictly what OB is going to be, is like emergencies. Hold on, y'all, my mother-in-law's called me again. I swear, if one more person called me, first it was my mother-in-law, then my mom called me, and then my sister called me while I was on the phone with my mother-in-law, and then the pool guy is here, and like I think I told you guys earlier, my mom like gave him some money for the holidays in like a little Christmas card, so I had to go catch him just now before, you know, he finishes the pool. My freaking concealer's creasing because I'm taking too long. Y'all, welcome to trying to record. Better. Okay, what was I even talking about, y'all? I'm kind of still on schedule. It's 12:51. So I think I was on where will you work. So like I was saying, you do not have to take a med surg job just because you are a new grad. So I'm definitely not planning on working in med surg. Ooh, I got some in my eye. I'm not planning on working in med surg. I'm definitely going to shoot for ER, and if I can even get trauma, I'll go for that. Like, I'll just have to, you know, work hard and put in the work to learn. But I'm definitely going to put in my application for trauma, and if they would like to take me as a new grad, then I'm not going, girl, I'm going, okay? I'm gonna just have to, you know, work harder to make sure I'm keeping up with, you know, my trauma patients. So yeah, I think that's where I was at as far as my questions. Next up, I got, if you're a nurse, does your significant other have to be in the medical field? Of course not. So like I said, my boyfriend did just graduate from EMT school on the 11th, which was on Saturday, and I just graduated on Sunday, and then I had the pinning ceremony on Wednesday. So I do have a significant other that's in the medical field, but of course your significant other does not have to be in the medical field. Not everyone at my job has a significant other that's in the medical field. It's not like a rule, but of course, let me say this. Sorry. It is a lot easier having someone who works in the medical field. Sorry, I'm trying to get my contour palette. But yeah, I would think it is like a lot easier to have someone that works in the medical field that's your significant other, because you guys can talk about things, you know, and they won't look at you like you're a chicken with your head cut off, like, girl, what are you talking about? And I learned this firsthand when my boyfriend started EMT school. He would come home and talk to me about like scenarios and things like that, and then of course I would understand because he's speaking medical terms, which let's say a lawyer, he's not going to understand what a pneumothorax is. But when my boyfriend talks to me about it, it's like, okay, yeah, like we're having a full-blown conversation. In that aspect, you know, it's a lot easier. But no, there's no rule that your significant other has to be, you know, in the medical field. Some people don't even want a significant other that's like also in the medical field, simply because they don't want to have to go home and have those medical conversations. It just depends. And then of course, whoever you're destined to be with in whatever career they're in, that's who you're going to end up with. But I will say it is fun having you know, my boyfriend being an EMT. and he can talk to me about things and we understand each other. So that's like the main benefit in having someone being also in the medical field. So my next question is, are we getting an engagement in graduation soon? So this post was made before graduation, so yes to the graduation. I'm actually going to be recording my semester 4 recap, and in the beginning of the video I will be rolling all of my graduation footage. So yes, and my pinning footage, all of that will be in there. And are we getting an engagement soon? Girl, listen, as soon as I get it, y'all get it, okay? Listen, but honestly, I'm not rushing anything, you guys. I'm not on any type of like time clock. Like, I'm not one of those people where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to be engaged by this age, and you know, I'm not that type of person. So you know, when it happens, it happens, and I definitely feel like it'll be right timing. Do I think it's the right timing for me to get engaged right now? No, because me and my boyfriend, we're just now hitting our careers, and I know that some people, they're like, that's the perfect time to do it, but my boyfriend's still going off to fire school and stuff like that, and I just think we still have more time to, you know, learn each other now that we're actually in our careers, and like I'm about to live on my own. Like, now we actually have time to learn more about each other. That's the only way that I can put it. But yeah, girl, listen, don't get me wrong. Now, if you propose tomorrow, girl, I'm saying yes. Don't get me wrong, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm 22, my boyfriend's 24. Like, it's not really like a big rush, and we've actually been getting that question a lot lately. I've been getting that question from like his sister. Like, it's just been coming up. Engagement has been coming up a lot, and I'm like, are y'all trying to hint me something? Like, is y'all trying to tell me something that's coming and I just need to, you know, just listen, just tell me to get my nails done. Just please make sure my nails and my hair is done if you proposing. Please, like, please don't let me go outside in my engagement video. Please give me a heads up or something. So yeah, but no, I definitely look forward to getting engaged to my boyfriend. Of course, like, I would definitely marry my boyfriend, but I definitely want to do it when it's the right time for the both of us, not just me, but also for him, and when he feels, of course, as though he's ready. Then yeah, because y'all, with engagement comes a wedding. I'm tired of planning stuff, y'all. Like, I still gotta plan my pictures. Like, planning a wedding right now, girl, y'all trying to get me more work. But yeah, it'll come. The time will come. I know it will, because don't get me wrong, we've also talked about it, like engagement and stuff like that, and getting married. So it's not something that's like up in the air. Not up in the air, but you know, like, we've never talked about it. We've of course talked about it, but I think we've also both agreed on, like, tomorrow is not a good time to get engaged, because we both have goals that we want to accomplish, and I think once we accomplish those goals individually, it'll only like enhance, you know, us getting engaged and stuff like that. So that's everything that I have for that question, I think. But girl, when the time comes, it'll come, and y'all know I'm gonna have a video about that, and I'm gonna be on here boohoo crying, my mascara gonna be running, like, I'm gonna be a hot mess. Okay, so yeah. The next question that I got, what are your plans after school? I answered that one earlier. Moving out, NCLEX is the main thing, main thing. And then just like I said, adding more lifestyle videos to my channel, because I'm graduated. Like, I'm gonna be into more things. I'm gonna be traveling more. So again, you guys will definitely see a shift in my content. I'm going to be getting a manager for YouTube that can actually help me manage my emails and stuff like that. I may get like an editor. That way all I have to do is send in footage and then they can edit for me. I don't know, because I like to edit my own videos. We'll see about the editor. But you know, just I really want to put together a team, because the less things that I have to do on the back end, like I was saying in a previous video about like my business taxes, the less things that I have to do on the back end, the more time I have to record videos and things like that. So if I can get a manager that can help me like brand deals, emails, that type of things. Because think about it, you guys, I do everything on my own, and that's why I say 9 times out of 10, whenever I have to take a break, YouTube is the first thing to go on the back end, because YouTube has so many components. Even YouTube has taxes, like there's a lot. So and we're not even talking about my business. Like, I still have to package orders, you know, things like that. So the less things that I have to do as far as like boring things like my numbers and stuff like that, and actually building a team, the more time that I have to actually, you know, record and things like that, it'll make my life a lot easier. Because again, you guys, I have so many plans. Like, we've just scratched the surface. Like, me graduating nursing school is literally like the starting point. Like, where this is the beginning of like everything that I've planned. Like, nursing school, finishing nursing school and becoming a nurse was step one. Like, this is literally just the beginning. So yeah, I definitely have a lot to come as far as my plans after nursing school and, you know, becoming a nurse. The next question is genuine advice to females who want to start a YouTube. Be consistent. I know this sounds cliche, but let me tell you why this is important. If you are consistent, your subscribers will see that you're consistent. Also, you want to make sure you are putting out quality content. I'm sorry, but you don't want to just put out anything. You want to make sure what you're putting out is actually quality content. If you want to become, did she say a nursing channel? No, she just said a YouTube channel. So whatever you're doing, whether it's makeup, because you didn't put like a specific topic, whatever you're doing, I don't care if it's makeup, if it's hair, if you want to be a hair channel, if you want to be a nursing channel, you want to make sure you are putting out quality content. Make sure you are actually taking your time in planning out your videos. I don't suggest just turning on the camera and going. I highly suggest getting a notebook and, you know, actually planning out your video. That way your video goes a lot smoother. All of your ideas are put onto the notebook. You didn't miss anything. And if you did miss something, it was probably something small, and you can just, you know, add it in the description. But your thoughts aren't everywhere. You have a plan, you know. So the main thing when it comes to starting a YouTube channel, and you said genuine advice, my biggest piece of advice to starting a YouTube channel is being consistent. You want to show other people, like, I'm taking this seriously, because that goes for anything in life. If let's say you have a dirty car and you tell people not to leave trash in your car. If someone were to get in your car and your car is already dirty, they're gonna be like, girl, why do you want me to keep your car clean and you don't even keep your car clean? They're gonna leave that piece of trash in your car. Versus if your car is clean and you're serious, this is what I'm saying. If you're serious and you're like, this, no food in here, don't eat in my car, don't leave no trash in here, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, all right. You know, like, you have to take yourself serious. And the number one way in taking yourself serious is being consistent and being disciplined. You have to show your audience, or the audience that you want to attract, that I'm serious about this and I'm going to succeed on YouTube. If you put up one video, and even if it is a, like, you know, viral video, it becomes viral, they're gonna be looking for the next video. You're not consistent. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna unsubscribe. They're gonna be like, she posted this viral video like 3 years ago, unsubscribe. You see? Versus if you put up that viral video, all right, boom, we at 10K, we're at 50K. You put up another video in a week. You put up another video in 3 days. You have to be consistent. You have to keep that momentum going. And the main thing is you have to keep that momentum going even when you're not seeing what you want to see. So even if you're not getting that 1,000 subscribers in a year, even if you're not getting that, you know, 50K views, you have to keep going. You have to be consistent, because you're gonna hit that one video that's gonna go big, and then they're gonna start trickling down and watching your other videos, and then that's how you gain subscribers, that's how you gain views. But it's not gonna happen if you're not consistent. That is by far my biggest piece of advice when it comes to starting a YouTube channel. And again, I know that advice just sounds so cliche, like, be consistent, but seriously, that's what it takes. Sorry you guys, my camera died, but I just went ahead and finished up my face. I sprayed with my setting spray, and I'm just cleaning up my area because I'm pretty much finished my makeup. I'm just gonna put my final touches on. But continuing on with what I was saying about genuine advice about YouTube, I'm gaining about 10,000 subscribers in a year. And honestly, each month, like, my subscriber count will go up for each month as far as how many I'm gaining. So you definitely have to be consistent. You have to be patient, you guys. Again, unless you have that video that just blows up, like it's just viral, you have to be consistent and you have to be patient. And again, even if you do have that viral video, they're gonna want to see something after it. You know, you guys always hear about these one-hit wonders, like music and videos and things like that. They're waiting for the next thing. They're waiting for the next video. So you can't just make one video and expect for it to hit 10,000 subscribers. It might, but even after that, again, you have to be ready to upload that next video. So yeah, that's my biggest piece of advice. And again, I know it's so cliche, is being consistent, but that's all it is with YouTube, because the more videos that you get out there, the more that YouTube will recommend your videos to other people. You guys know when you watch a video, on the right hand in the bottom, it'll say suggested videos. The more videos you get out, the more people are viewing your video, the more likely that the YouTube algorithm will go ahead and put your video in that suggested box. So you want to make sure, again, you are being consistent, you're getting videos out there, and you're having quality content. And again, when I say quality content, I mean the content that's actually in the video. I'm not telling you to go out here and buy a $700 camera, because I feel like that's a lot of times where people go wrong. They feel like in order for me to have a successful YouTube channel, I have to have this camera, I have to have this ring light. Like, no, that's where a lot of people go wrong. I started my YouTube channel on my phone in front of the window with my phone propped up on some Nike shoe boxes. So you guys definitely, if you are looking to start a YouTube channel, you have to change your mindset, because the quality does, of course, it makes or break a video. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and watch a video unless it's like I'm tuned in. 9 times out of 10, somebody is going to click off the video if the quality isn't good, if the audio isn't good, if it's not, you know, a lit area, they are going to click off. But that's usually not the case. 9 times out of 10, you have an iPhone, you have an iPad, set it up, shoe boxes, something. If you want, go out and get a ring light. That's the only thing that I suggest buying when you first start your YouTube channel. I don't think I bought my first camera until I was like a year into YouTube. Like, I was being consistent. That's the thing. I would not suggest like investing like hardcore money into something until you know you're 100% into it. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, I'm ride or die, you know, like that's when you want to go ahead and invest in something. I would not suggest just off the bat going out to buy a camera, because what if you sit in front of the camera and you're not feeling it, and then you just decide to quit YouTube? Yeah, you could take the camera and just use it, you know, like for photography if you travel, but you know, so just make sure YouTube is something that you really want to do before you go out and buy like $800 cameras. And ring lights are typically around like under $100, so that's not really expensive, but just really be consistent. You want to get that groundwork done first, and the groundwork is being disciplined, being consistent. You want to get that out the way before you go and buy material things, you know. So that's my biggest piece of advice when it comes to starting a YouTube channel. So my next question is, do you plan on staying in Florida? So you guys, I'm just going ahead and cleaning up my makeup desk, just because, like I said, I'm finished my makeup. I'm about to go ahead and take these pin curls down and get ready to record. It's 1:15, so I'm still on schedule. We're doing good, girl. But she asked me, do I plan on staying in Florida? So I've been thinking about this, and I do definitely want to stay in Florida for at least the first year as a new grad nurse, just because I feel like you know, being a new grad nurse and moving out of the state, I feel like that would just be too much. Like, you know, it would just be too much shock for me. So I was like, okay, I think the first year at least I'll stay here in Florida. I'll probably move like what, 30 minutes, 45 minutes away from my house, like my mom's house, but I don't plan on moving far. You know, I just want to move close to my job. So after my first year, I may begin travel nursing. That's what I'm saying. So there's so many things that's going to come into play when I start making these decisions. So I can't really just say like, okay, yes to this, yes to this. But my plan is to start travel nursing next year. I want to get at least 1 year of experience along with my BSN before I start travel nursing, and then that's when I'm going to go ahead and move out of Florida, so that way I'll be on, you know, like a travel contract. So that's what I plan on doing as far as moving out of the state. But again, you guys, a lot can change in a year. Like, I know we were talking about engagement, that would change a lot too, you know. So that's my plan, but I definitely do plan on travel nursing, and that's going to be the first, you know, ticket out of Florida is me having a contract somewhere else, let's say Texas or Georgia or something like that. So that's my plans as far as like moving out of state for right now. The next question is, have you ever failed an exam? If so, how did you pick yourself up? The answer is yes, I failed an exam. And again, you guys, I'm transparent, I'm honest. Yes, I failed an exam. Yes, I failed a nursing exam. And again, with nursing school having a different grading scale, when I say fail, I mean I got like a 72. Technically in nursing school, that's an F. In the regular prereq world, that's a C. But in nursing school, I failed. Yes, I failed an exam before. And how did I pick myself up? Girl, it's not the end of the world. It's one exam. You have to snack back. That's the only thing you can do. Don't get me wrong. Am I upset after? Hell yeah, I'm mad as hell. But if I know that I actually put in the time and I really did try, I can't really beat myself up, because it's like, you're just going to make yourself feel even worse. So why be against you when you already got something that's, you know, already making you upset? Why be against you also, you know? So moving on to the second part of the question, how do I pick myself up? First, I give myself time to, of course, be upset. Like, hey, I just failed an exam. I'm going to be upset. But I also learned where my downfall was. Like, did I not give myself enough time to study? Was the material hard? Like, I try to go in and dissect what went wrong, because everything is a learning experience, especially when you fail an exam. You have to see where you went wrong. Did you not understand the material? Did you not give yourself enough time? So after you dissect the situation, you then want to go ahead and plan to pretty much take where it went wrong and apply it to the next exam. So you have to move forward. If I haven't said that, that's my biggest piece of advice in picking yourself up, is just accepting the fact that you failed it. And it's really nothing you can do if you think about it. When you fail an exam in nursing school, there's no going back, there's no retakes. Like, this is nursing school. So the only thing that you can do is accept the fact that you failed it, and you have to move on. And all you can do is learn from what went wrong. So that's my biggest piece of advice when it comes to, you know, picking yourself back up. It's just saying like, hey, you tried. If you really did try your hardest, or being honest with yourself and say, girl, you did not put any effort into this, you know? So just being honest with yourself, accepting it, and then finding out where you went wrong. Whether that's having a like remedial session with your professors. That's something that my school does. If you do not pass with, you know, like the, I think it's like 74.5, if you do not pass the exam, they give you an option to come in, see the topics that you failed. So was it DKA? Was it this? What were the main things that you were missing? Of course, they're not going to read the question to you and then read, you know, they're not going to be that specific, but they're going to say, okay, in DKA, you did not understand the signs and symptoms. That's enough for you to go off of to go and fix the problem. You get what I'm saying? And fix where you went wrong. So just accepting the fact that, unfortunately, it's nothing that you can do. Sometimes you just got to be real with yourself. Like, you got to pick yourself up and say, it's nothing you can do, Dom. Like, you gonna let it make or break you. Don't get me wrong. Give yourself time to be upset, and, you know, but you can't, if you give yourself too much time to be upset, you're going to fall into a pit, and you cannot do that. But you do have to give yourself enough time to go ahead and express your feelings, because you're going to have feelings after you fail an exam. I had feelings after I failed an exam, but it wasn't like I'm going to sit here and beat myself up and think I'm dumb. That's one thing I would never do, is sit here and call myself stupid, call myself dumb, because you guys don't understand. Whenever you talk bad about yourself, and especially when you speak it out of your mouth, you subconsciously you retain that speech or whatever you said, that I'm stupid, I'm dumb, or I'm ugly, anything that you could possibly say negative about yourself, you will subconsciously retain what you said and it will come back. So you cannot say things about, you know, about yourself like that. So just understanding that it's one exam and you can't go back to change it. So what can you do? That's like my biggest thing that I always tell myself, like, are you gonna cry about it or are you gonna do something about it? I'm gonna do both, but I'm gonna do something about it. You know, I'm gonna be upset, but I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna make sure I'm better next time. And I feel like that's the difference between a lot of people. Y'all gotta learn how to pick yourselves up. Like, you are your biggest cheerleader and then you can also be your biggest critic. So you have to make sure you are cheering yourself on, like, okay, yes, you failed, but you're still smart, you're still more than capable, and I'm pretty sure you're not the only person that failed that exam. Okay, so never beat yourself up. And I know easier said than done, but you have to learn how to be nice to yourself, especially in nursing school, because nursing school is already made to tear you down. So why are you going to help nursing school tear you down by tearing yourself down? So definitely learn how to be nicer to yourself and accepting that when you fail, it does not determine what type of nurse you're going to be. It does not determine how smart you are. It's none of that. You just simply, you did not meet the satisfactory for this exam. Move on. Okay, y'all got to listen. One thing about me, if you knew me in like my personal life, I'm such a go-getter. Like, give me 5 minutes to cry, but trust me, I'm coming back a lot harder, because if I want it, I'm gonna get it. You feel me? Like, if I want to pass nursing school, I'm gonna do it. If I fail an exam, we gonna get past it. Like, what's next? Give me what's next, you know? So that's my little motivation speech. Let me go ahead and put these eyelashes on so we can keep going. So the next question that I got was, how did you and your soul meet and what have you learned throughout your relationship? Love you. Love you too, girl. So me and my boyfriend actually met on Instagram, y'all. He slid in my DMs. Like, yes, he slid right in my DMs. And it's so funny because we were talking about it recently. We actually talk about like how we met a lot. But although he did slide in my DMs, we did have a mutual friend. I used to be friends with this girl and her boyfriend was friends with my boyfriend, and I guess my friend's boyfriend had posted a photo that we had all taken, and my boyfriend saw it and he was like, who is she? Like, okay, he was like, who is she, and things like that. And he ended up following me on Instagram. So when he followed me on Instagram, I was like, who is this? Like, he is fine. Like, who is this? And y'all, at first I thought my boyfriend was a catfish. And like I said, we always joke about this now, but seriously, y'all, I thought he was a catfish, because just like the photos he was taking, like, he would take like those type of pictures. Like, there's no way you live in my city. And like, although I don't like go out like that, like, I'm not that type of person, like, I'm out on the scene every weekend. It's just like, there's no way I have like never come across meeting you, you know? So and he actually said the same thing. He was like, I don't know how I've never like ran into you. And I'm like, I know. And come to find out, we've always lived around the corner from each other. So yeah, he saw the picture, he followed me on Instagram, and then you know how guys do, they do that petty liking like 2 photos, but they don't only like 2 photos, they like scroll down and they like old pictures. So that's how you know they like go through your Instagram. Like, guys know what they be doing. So he liked 2 old pictures, and I was like, the only way for you to get to those old pictures is for you to go through my other pictures. So you've been lurking on my Instagram. Okay, so he liked those pictures, and I was like, okay, he not only following me, but he being active. Like, he's like really, he's liking pictures, you know, and stuff like that. So I was like, So at this time, I had brought it up to my 2 best friends. I was like, y'all, look, like this, you know, as any girl would, like, y'all, look who followed me. Like, he is fine. And then he had posted something to show, like, he actually lives here. So I was like, there is no way. Like, this is a catfish. Like, somebody's playing with me right now. So at this point, you know, probably like a week or 2 goes by, and I had already told my best friends, like, hey, look at this guy. Like, you know, he followed me on Instagram. You know, like, girl, he cute. Both of my best friends, Everly and Francis, like, confirming, like, yeah, girl, he cute or whatever. So you know, typical girl things. So he slid in my DMs probably like a week later, like I was saying. It was like, what's your name? I told him my name. He told me his name. And then he gonna say, oh good, we not strangers no more. Sir, just because you told me your name don't mean we not strangers no more. Like, we are still strangers. I do not know you from a can of paint, okay? So from there, I think I posted like a video, because we always joke about the video now. Like, whenever I see the video, I'm like, ooh, this is the video that made you slide in my DMs. And like, it took the conversation to the next level. So I had posted this video of like me in the car or whatever, and he DM'd me and was like, add me on Snapchat. I added him on Snapchat, and then I don't know why he just didn't freaking say the same thing that he was going to tell me on Snapchat in my Instagram DM. I don't know why he needed me on Snapchat, but he was like, I asked you to add me on Snapchat because I wanted to tell you you were beautiful. Can I have your number? Girl, the typical stuff. Okay, got me. So gave him my number, and then of course the rest was history. We went on our first date. My mom met him and things like that, and then we've been tight ever since. Okay, so that's how me and my boyfriend met. It was like, you know, Instagram DMs and stuff like that. But yeah, and the second part of the question was, what have you learned throughout your relationship? So I've definitely learned that of course we're gonna grow together. I've definitely witnessed my boyfriend grow into, you know, not a new person, but he's growing just like I am. He's not the same person that I've met 4 years ago, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, like, you know, like talking to me, you know, rude or anything like that. I mean in a good way. Like, he's not the same person that I met 4 years ago. I don't know how else to put it. He's just growing. He's growing like how I'm growing. His life is, you know, evolving. He's just growing up. That's the only thing that I can really just say. It's kind of like breaking up and getting back with a new person like every single year. Like, they're just growing. You're watching them grow up. And then I got another question, like, biggest piece of advice. It would be that, just patience. I've definitely learned patience with my boyfriend. I definitely, really in this relationship has taught me patience. I would have to say that. I've definitely learned also how to, I'm trying to express my feelings better. If I'm upset about something, I try not to let it linger. That's something that I've been working on specifically. If I'm upset about something, I'm going to bring it up. We're going to go ahead and talk about it, and then we're going to squash it. It's dead, versus letting it linger for 2-3 days and I'm not telling you what's wrong with me. Also, me not trying to make him guess what's wrong with me. Again, just, you know, kind of like self things, but they're also relationship things. Just learning how to express my feelings and telling him, hey, I don't like it when you do this. This is just an example. I don't like it when you do this, or I like it when you do this. You know, just that basic thing that we learn in like kindergarten and we just forget how to do it as adults. It's extremely hard, like, expressing your feelings, and that's something that I'm definitely learning how to do. It's just communication. I feel like communication is very important in all relationships, whether it's a friendship or like an actual relationship. I think our communication is pretty good. We're very open, and like, of course, we give each other time to probably like cool off or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I definitely feel like communication is big, and it's also something that I'm still working on, like expressing my feelings. That's a part of communication. So that's my biggest piece of advice, and that's also what I've learned in my relationship, is learning how to better communicate with your significant other and telling them what's wrong, what made you feel that way, why do you feel that way, and also not attacking him but attacking the situation. Never try to attack like the actual person. You don't want to attack the person. You want to attack how it made you feel. You want to talk about how it made you feel. Don't attack them as a person. So yeah, like things like that you learn as you get older, and that's definitely something that I'm learning as I'm still, you know, growing up and I'm still in my relationship. So that is my biggest piece of advice. Alright, you guys, so I think this is actually going to be my last question, and I probably should have made this my first question, but it's a very basic question, but this question probably means the most to me. And the question is, how are you? And I feel like this question means the most to me because you guys always see me on Instagram, you guys see me on Go on YouTube, and I know when you guys like talk to me, it's like, how can I make straight A's? Like, how can I do this? But to get someone to actually ask me, how are you doing? That really means a lot to me. So right now, I'm Gucci girl. Like, I'm on cloud nine. Of course, I just graduated nursing school, but I cannot say that was the case like a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, girl, I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I was very emotional, and it was because I was so close to the finish line, but yet it felt so far away. So I did have to duck off of YouTube. I had to duck off of Instagram. I think I took like a week off of Instagram. I wasn't posting, I wasn't watching stories or nothing like that. So I did kind of go in like not a hole, but I did have to like retract a lot. So just to get asked, how are you? It means a lot, because like I said, usually when I get DMs, it's like, hey, how do I pass this? Like, what advice for anatomy and physiology? So to have someone to actually ask me, how are you doing? It means a lot. But now I'm good. Thank you for asking. But like I said, probably like 2 weeks ago, when I was almost at the finish line, it was not like this. Girl, I was so emotional. And again, I'm always open with you guys. I was so emotional, and it wasn't because, you know, anything was wrong in school. It was just like, I am so tired. I'm just so ready to be done between the exams, the assignments, preceptorship, trying to get my community service hours. It was just a lot, especially towards the end. That's when I just felt, it kind of felt like, I don't want to say first semester all over again, but it was like a big weight on my shoulders, because it was like, I got the HESI exit exam, I got this, that, and the third. And by the way, I will be making a complete HESI exit exam video in case you're interested, how I studied, how I passed, and things like that. So it kind of felt like first semester all over again. Not that I didn't know how to juggle, it was just like the workload felt like, girl, I am back in first semester. Like, exams, I was worried about the HESI. We had to go ahead and start our NCLEX practice questions. I was uploading like 300 practice questions to my professors to show that I'm completing them. It was a lot. So yeah, I was not like this 3 weeks ago. So I really appreciate you asking me how I'm doing. Like I said, now I'm on cloud nine, girl. I'm getting back in the groove of uploading on YouTube, and just, you know, stepping back into my social media spotlight thing. But like I said, it was not like that 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I just wanted to lay in the bed and put a cover over my head and not get up for like 2 weeks. Okay, if it was a month, I was fine with that. But you guys, that is going to go ahead and conclude this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed answering your questions, and I'm sorry if I did not get around to your question. I did have quite a few, but I will be, of course, back here on YouTube, and you guys feel free to DM me, comment down below. I can still answer questions down below if you have a specific question that you want to ask. I'll be in the comments as always. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.
Give me a